Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 4 of season 2. Hopefully guys enjoyed the first 3 episodes so far. We have come straight off the back of episode 3. It's really exciting. You know, it's been a good introduction to the second season. It looks like we have possibly got 3 new wolves recruited by Derek. We still have no idea what powers Jackson possesses, whether Lydia's got any powers whatsoever. All we do know is we have seen her a few times have visions of the old Alpha, not Derek, the new Alpha, and how obviously he's causing her some distress in the present. They were skating, wasn't there? She was with Styles and she started screaming. She seen visions of him underneath the ice and she was panicking, screaming, seeing Wolfsbane, and it's just really, really interesting. Now, we didn't really see the Argents progress much in the last episode, only that Alison was kidnapped at the start by her dad, and he was saying it's quite easy for people to come and take her. You have to be on your guard, and you need to be able to defend yourself even better. It's kind of like what Kate was trying to get her to do, to, like, you know, improve her abilities to survive, so to speak, and that is what he's trying to get as well. Now, Alison's mum, interestingly, found a note, obviously, that Scott left, saying, because I love you. He left it in a locker, didn't, and she had it inside a book. She decided, you know what, I'm going to do an alpha play here. I'm going to dig deep and find information myself. She cut her arm with a knife, went to the hospital. She was getting treated by Scott's mum. They started having a conversation, and she was saying that, how's Scott feeling, dealing with a breakup, X, Y, and Z. And obviously she uncovered that, you know, Scott is actually not going through a bad period, so to speak. It feels like, you know, they're not broken up, or he's dealing with his emotions really well, holding it in and not expressing it to his mum, which is enough information for Alison's mum to know that they are still in a relationship. Which I said, it's really interesting because her aura compared to Scott's mum is so different. She seems so dominant, so powerful, and Scott's mum seems more bubbly, friendly and polite. It's interesting to see. Now, like I said, Jackson, we ended the episode. He was obviously like fuming that his bite didn't work. He didn't transition. He was not happy. Obviously, he went to the house to try and see Derek, and obviously Chris was there with his crew with guns pointing at him and said, hopefully you're not trying to commit and go through with this act that we've already discussed before. Now, Jackson, again, like I said, angry, throwing some balls through the lacrosse hoop or whatever, pretending to obviously get his anger out. He tried to leave. His car was stuck in the mud. He was trying to push it. It wasn't working. He ended up picking his truck up, not his Porsche, a truck, and dropping it back down. But it's like, what the hell? Clearly no normal human would be able to pick it up like that. I mean, maybe the world's strongest man or something, but not somebody with the muscle that, that Jackson's got, even though he's a ripped dude. So again, man, it's really exciting to see because obviously he possesses some powers. Don't know what's going on with Lydia. We've got 3 new recruits. One is a female, and then we've got 2 males. Obviously, we've got Isaac, this female, and another lad that we've seen at the very end who hasn't actually transitioned yet, but he has been bitten. Scott did have a fight with him. He's trying to tell them that, you know, don't go to Derek's side. All he wants to do is to be in control, in charge of you, which is obvious. It's true, and he even admitted it as well before having a little scrap with Scott. So again, very exciting. Styles did get knocked out in that episode. I thought he may have been the third. That would be a big twist, being taken over into obviously Derek's little crew, but obviously it wasn't him. But he is still trying to pursue a relationship with Lydia, which I am all for, and excited to see how that one goes. So really exciting stuff. Lots going on. 3 new, like I said, wolves. Derek and Scott still clashing heads. We've got Alison being trained up by a family while still helping Scott. We've got this lizard man going around. We've got a body that was dropped off into you know, Scott's work with his boss on the table. We didn't see who it was that's been slashed, but what we did see is Scott come in, saw at the end, why am I not healing? He got told it's because you've been cut by the Alpha. So that's new information to me anyway, that if you do get attacked by the Alpha, your body doesn't heal. Very good, very interesting, and I can't wait to find out more. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 4 of season 2 of Teen Wolf.
Coming back, so we don't have much time to talk.
Actually, how do you know anything?
What I can tell you is that I know about your kind.
That looks mad, doesn't it?
Do you know what did it?
No, but the Argents will. They'll have some kind of record or book of all the things they've discovered.
All the things.
Starting to think I need to buy a more prominent closed sign.
Last I heard, you had retired.
Last I heard, you followed a code of conduct.
If you hadn't noticed, this body is one of ours. He was only 24.
Killers come in all ages.
All ages, sizes, shapes.
See this cut? But this isn't the wound that killed him. This had a more interesting purpose. Whatever made this cut is laced with a paralytic toxin potent enough to disable all motor function. As you can see, it dug in, eviscerating the lungs and slicing through the bone of the rib cage with ease. Predators with paralytic toxins use them to catch and eat their prey. That means whatever killed him only wanted to kill him.
Yo, mate, that's crazy. So the guy, like, that lizard creature thing has got, the way he does it is he went in the body and ripped outwards. You know, instead of scratching down, he kind of went in and ripped through the bones and the lungs, mate. It's crazy. And the way before he managed to do that, he'd done a little tiny incision on the back of his neck that like rendered him paralyzed, so he couldn't do anything, and just went boom and took him out. That's mad, that, isn't it? What an interesting creature to be introduced to the show. You know, we did see him possibly going after Allison, but then he did the interesting thing is he could have attacked Allison and Scott and had a scrap, but he decided to leave and back out. So do you know what I mean? Like, what was it physically there in Isaac's house for? That was my question the first time. Like, why was it specifically in Isaac's house, and what was it looking for? And then when it did come face to face with Scott, it was like, nah, sack this, mate. I don't want to fight. I'm leaving. So maybe it's hunting down the Argent itself as well. People that try to take out Supernaturals. But I don't know. It's all guessing games right now, but it's very interesting.
All I needed was a starter.
Yeah, but it looks like your whole exhaust system's got to be replaced.
Are you kidding? This thing doesn't even have a catalytic converter. And yes, I know what a catalytic converter is.
You know what a limited slip differential is? Yeah, 20 more like 1,500.
Yo,
be
for
back
1,200,
here.
you can get a better car than that.
Impotent rage. Oh, nice.
Oh, the guy's wiped on himself. Oh, has he lost? Ah, it's a door.
Hey!
Well, he's just touched some of the venom or whatever, and he's got to. Wow, the guy can't move.
What's your emergency?
Mate, what a start. Honestly, what a good start. They've done well this season in keeping you engaged, man. Like, the start of the episodes and the end are good. Mum's going to be in the back.
I didn't mean to scare you. Expecting someone else?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Then we can talk for a minute.
Yo, that old man's well annoying.
Oh, thanks. Don't want to drop that. Now I'm choking down a cocktail of pills 3 times a day. Trust is a commodity our family holds very high, you know. And my daughter, well, your Aunt Kate, oh, you remind me of her. She challenged me too. You're gonna find yourself put in a position where you question the trust of people close to you, even your closest friends. Can I trust you, Allison? Speak with conviction, yes or no.
Yo, I say, don't ever speak to me like that
Yes.
again and get in the car and drive off. I ain't taking nobody speaking to me like that, whether it's my mum or dad or aunt, uncle, granddad, anyone. I say, don't speak to me like that, mate. Speak to me with respect, and that is it, yeah? Like, the thing is, I would have said no to him then. And I'd say, no, you can't trust me. Do you know why? Because I don't even know who you are. You've not been in my life. You are a stranger. You might be family, yeah? Everybody's got family, yeah? Everybody's got people as well in that family that they've never even spoken to, never even seen. If I get a random cousin turning up out of the blue who's never seen me and says, mate, we're on the same side, we're family, trust me over your partner, I'd be like, I'm not sure, mate. Like, literally, I don't even know who you are, where's your, you know, like, where's your stance, where's your loyalties? You know, you say it's with family, why have you never been to see me? If you're my granddad, why do you not care for me? If you care about us so much, where have you been all my life? That is what I would say anyway, especially if he was shouting at me like that. I'd say, don't ever say that again. But it's interesting because he was saying, it's just family over friends or whatever, but again, I get that when you are tight, like this, thick as anything, but with a stranger, he is a stranger to her, and I would trust my friends over him all day because I don't even know who he is.
I walked in and I saw the Jeep on top of the guy.
You think I'm lying?
No, of course not. And if you saw someone do this, If you're afraid that maybe they're gonna come back, make sure you don't say anything about it.
Can I go now, please?
Not your Jeep. You're gonna have to impound it. Sorry, kid. Evidence.
Right, do you know what I don't understand about that is, right, they have phones, yeah? He had his phone at the time. Why can he not text her and she just have his name as not Scott? It could be anyone. Do you know what I mean? Because clearly she's allowed out the house. If he's not allowed to see Scott, just change the number to Styles, to, you know, to any of her other friends, Lydia. And then don't just text as friends, yeah, okay, I'll meet you here at this time. I'll meet you there at this time. No worries, all right, catch you later, we'll go and study. Do you know what I'm saying? They wanted to hang around with Lydia. They wanted to keep an eye on her. That's easy. Change Scott's name to Lydia. Right, we'll study at 8. Okay, sound. The parents will let her go. It's fine. And then she could just go meet him up.
You're right. It's not like you. Its eyes were almost like reptilian. I figured out who it is.
You say you know who it is?
But I think it knew me.
Oh, Lydia. What the fuck, mate? Imagine.
Does anyone want to try not being completely predictable? It's the last time you do that.
I got about 100 bones that need a few hours to heal.
Ah, he's getting broken arm or something now. Oh.
101.
If they wanted us dead, why are they coming for us now? What are they waiting for?
I don't know. You all need to learn everything that I know as fast as I can teach you.
To be honest, I understand that right now they're looking at it. Derek's like being a bit of an arse and he's hurting them, but the guy's actually is trying to protect him.
Time to get out. What did you do? Why did you do that? Lydia.
Yo, mate. If I called Lydia, that's a big fat dub.
We're both here for something. We don't have to be ashamed of it.
I have an acute phobia of people prying into my personal life.
Oh, mate. What? Is she on the Vampire Diaries as well?
You're the only one that we can trust. Is she coming to the game tonight?
Yes. Okay, message complete.
Keep some kind of records of all the things that they've hunted. Probably means a bestiary.
Bestiary.
You mean bestiality. It's like an encyclopedia of mythical creatures.
Bestiality is well different.
How am I the only one that doesn't seem to know anything about this stuff? We need that book.
I have a master's in behavioral psychology and have done over 300 hours of fieldwork. If you're really fine, what are you doing here? Have you talked to your friends about what happened to you?
Because sometimes the people closest to you can be the ones holding you back the most.
Who said it to her? Is that Emily Bennett? Interesting. You know, I love seeing the crossovers because that is Jackson. That is Tyler's mum. But again, she's a lizard person. How mad is that? That might be why she didn't want to strike. She didn't want to strike Alison. Didn't want to strike. Obviously, what's his name? Scott. And then Styles when they've encountered them in different situations. It's really, really intriguing now.
What's on? It's just me in my room.
I'm supposed to watch you in bed? You remember all the times I told you you're not my type?
I am.
I'm everyone's type.
Can you describe this thing?
It's probably like a book. Old, worn.
Like bound in leather?
Seen your grandfather with a book like that.
My parents check every call, email, and text message I send.
You might need to be a little patient with me. I'll probably have a lot of questions, seeing as I've never actually seen a lacrosse game before.
Dude, I thought I could trust you. Relax. It's my camera, okay? You just needed to ask me some questions.
Matt's the one who found it anyway.
There, what?
It's an edit point. It's been looped. 2 hours worth.
Oh, mate, has someone been in his room edited it? Or him himself? Fucking hell, it's well good.
Come on! Is that thing even a teenager?
What the hell are you waiting for? This is the semifinals. Bring that roid head into the ground.
Me? You're the one who said that I was a cheater.
And that freak of nature being on the field is fair?
I knew I should have brought a warmer jacket.
You're cold. Here, take my coat.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Smooth.
It belong to you?
No, mine is still on the field while I'm here really wishing that he
Hey, he's getting pictures of his eyes glowing. You know, people are, what, you know, right, is it me? Is that not creepy or not? Like, I don't know, man. It might be my personality. I might have taken pictures of strangers and just, like, all the time. I don't know, man. Like, in a sporting event and stuff, I get it. He's taking pictures of the action. But, like, the guy's just creeping on his crush. It's like, yeah, if in any other situation, if I had a crush on a female and I was going around and taking pictures of him all day, that is creepy in my opinion. I don't know. It just might be my personality and the way I'm brought up.
Lydia, come.
Just go away.
What's wrong?
Look, I don't need anyone seeing me cry.
Because I think you look really beautiful when you cry.
How many fingers am I holding up? 4? Say 2. 2? Perfect. Get out. Come on. Get out there. I'm a stick. You play lacrosse?
Oh, guys, first one getting hunted down. Oh, he's hench. Look at him.
We got ourselves a player!
There is nothing that you can say to me that'll make you sound crazy. Can you just give me 5 minutes? Just stay here and I'll be right back, okay? And then we can talk.
Jackson's coming along or someone.
Nothing.
What'd you see at the mechanics garage?
Several alarming EPA violations that I'm seriously considering reporting.
Get into the car! Get into the car!
Oh, and it's gonna heal rapid as well.
Oh my god, your leg is broken.
Not for long.
I could have sworn I literally heard bone breaking from where I sat.
Heard it. I felt it.
Seriously, guys, I'm fine.
Stephen, mate, when he cut his hand.
Kind of pattern. Eyes are yellowish. Has a lot of teeth. Oh, and it's got a tail. You have this look in your face, it's like you know exactly what I'm talking about. Run!
Yo, mate, Lydia's got some next level powers if it's her. Oh shit. Oh.
Okay, maybe he took off. Maybe not.
Hey, it's well good, mate. Is it Allison? I think they're teasing us, man. They're teasing us. I think it is, man. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to commit to Allison. I mean, no, Lydia, sorry, Lydia. Allison was in the field then with her granddad, who's obviously seen Scott break his leg and put it back into place. Everybody's seen it. It reminds me of when Stefan, man, he cut his hand, didn't he? He got stabbed, he cut it. Elena seen it, he closed it, he opened it, it was fine. And, you know, that was the first time she raised suspicions. And it was at a game as well, wasn't it? A football game. And this one, the first time suspicion's been like kind of raised is now at a lacrosse game where you do get injuries, you know. But the way I would have played it is like pretending to pop it back into place, like yeah, pop it in, go on. Like I would just have played that like I would have done my knee out and said, all right, I'll sit out for the rest of this game, and then the next few days I'd just have it bandaged up and, you know, just hobble a little bit. You'd have to play it out, don't you? Especially when you're in big situations like that where people do see you get injured. Like, you have to play it out slowly.
Oh, good, you're back. Dinner's almost ready.
How was the game?
Why don't you ask the star player?
Hi.
He's obviously been brought back for a different agenda. He's got suspicions, hasn't he? It's so awkward.
Is it that uncomfortable that they dated?
We're fine.
Totally fine.
The mum knows something, obviously. Her dad doesn't. Dad.
Don't me?
I had to put it on the spot then. I wonder how long he's incapacitated for.
Growing apart.
As if the father's opinion isn't biased.
Could use a little less passion.
Can we please
true.
talk about something else?
Scott, how about you help me grab dessert from the kitchen?
Do I need to fill you in on the details of what would happen to you if he found out? I'm kind of wondering what would happen to you. But then I'd have plenty of chances to redeem myself.
It's interesting, man. Like, one's got they both got a card on the table. Like, literally. Oh, there you go. Stay in the water.
I don't think you can swim.
Do you mind if we are excused? There's actually some notes from English I need to go over with Scott.
Scott, man, he's literally put in the most uncomfortable situations. How can you listen to the code?
Do you want it a few banks later?
Salmon, moutarde, creme fraiche. What is this?
A recipe.
2 days to prepare. I'm worth it.
It's gonna be all about that thing, you or me.
Wait, so that's why I've been holding you up the past 2 hours?
Yeah?
2 hours.
I don't trust you.
He's letting him go. He's going for the phone. Ballsy move.
I can't talk right now.
Oh, there we go. He's gone for Derek instead.
Tell me you got him.
Maybe it's not a book. Something else that keeps close to him.
Oh, it's on his keys, a pen stick.
I just realized that I had to pick up my mom from work.
Yo, that car's a proper dump.
Styles, where are you?
I need Gerard's keys. There's a USB drive on it. That's the bestiary.
Oh, you can drop the board. Hey, that was it. She's getting stabbed and then tomorrow she's going to be injured. The light.
It's called a kinema.
You knew the whole time.
Only when it was confused by its own reflection. It's like an
abomination.
Oh, does that mean that it's just went wrong
We
or
need to work
something?
together on this. Maybe even tell the Argents. Nobody trusts anyone. That's the problem.
When I find it, I'm gonna kill it.
Don't move. The kind old grandfather embracing his favorite grandson. I can play the nice doddering grandpa who likes to cook and tell stories. Are you listening? You're gonna do me a favor one of these days, and you're gonna do it. Because if you don't, this knife goes in her.
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Alright. Wow, that was a good transition. Mate, I wonder if Scott actually is fainting or something. I don't know. Okay, that is going to wrap up the end of episode 4 now. I've got to admit, what a pretty good season it's been so far. I think that I'm enjoying this a little bit better than season 1, even though I did enjoy season 1, don't get me wrong. I just think that the way we're going right now is quite exciting. Now, this granddad, this new principal, like, I actually dislike him. I actually do dislike him. But again, he's playing his role really well. And like, you got to respect people who do play these types of roles, you know, because their whole purpose is to annoy you and to do it successfully. Now, Scott did get injured and he did see, obviously, he did see him fix himself, so to speak. But man, the guys took a risk again. This is what I said with Kate, yeah. When Kate was first introduced, she risked shooting a civilian, a normal person, in suspicion that it was a wolf. Now, let's be honest, she got it right, but if she didn't, she's just shot an innocent. This guy, again, suspicion, no facts, suspicion. Obviously, he's got a raised eyebrow from his injury, but he suspects that he's a wolf and he stabbed him. Now, if he wasn't, again, he would have stabbed a casual. This is what, like, I don't get. They're too quick to attack, shoot, stab, hurt somebody that's normal or possibly normal without hardcore evidence that they are the, like, wolf, so to speak. So again, it is interesting. I don't know, Scott's last episode we seen Scott, he was hurt at the end because he was attacked by Derek, and you know, his boss told him that because he's attacked by the Alpha, it heals slower, like much slower. Now, obviously, he's just stabbed him here. He's bleeding quite a bit. Now, is it, you know, has he collapsed? Is he hurt? Is he, like, healed up? I don't know. Again, this lizard that's going around attacking people, is that Lydia? I feel like it is Lydia, but then again, I said it was Lydia before we got the visual of her in bed with the blood on the sheets. Now, I don't know if that is trying to just divert us in the direction of us thinking that's Lydia, and then when it's revealed and it's not, we're like, oh god, I didn't expect it, you know, so to speak, because we didn't see her turn on the full moon. We haven't seen her physically detransition from being this lizard. We didn't see her punch this mirror and the blood be splattered on her bed. We just seen that impact and then like her in a scenario after an attack. Do you know what I mean? So we seen the attack, then the next scene or a couple of scenes later we seen her introduced as Lydia, and she had a bit of blood on her, and it's like, oh, it's kind of like the Isaac situation. Do you know, at first he healed, ran away, then his dad got attacked, and he was like, oh, it's Isaac, mate, he's just killed his dad, when it wasn't, it was somebody else. And I feel like maybe we're doing that with Lydia. We're planting the seed that it might be her so that we can twist it and we can be like, oh my god, at the end. What I do think is really interesting is it can hit somebody and paralyze them for a long while, you know, so like it does that to its victims, it takes them out, they can't move, it attacks them. Luckily for them, yeah, he fell in the pool, Derek. Styles went in. The lizard couldn't go and get them, so he was treading water for a while, and it seemed like he was treading water for hours as well, which is really hard if you've tried to do it, especially with a second person, another body on top of you, the weight, it'd be solid. Scott did come and save the day. They was looking for that book. They went in his office, they couldn't find it. They went into the safe, they got it. It was a cooking recipe. The guy's like, 2 days to make this. So worth it. Sometimes it is so worth it when you cook a nice long meal when it tastes just so good. But they did realise where it was. They've got the pen stick, they've got the information, they can dig, you know, deeper into like the supernatural world and see what other creatures are knocking around there. But the interesting thing about this lizard, so to speak, is when it's seen its reflection, it was like, what the hell, mate? Who am I? What am I doing? Derek was saying that it's confused. It doesn't know who or where it is or what it is. And that's why it bounced and jumped through the glass. Now, again, interested to see what happens there. We didn't get much more info when Jackson. It might be Jackson. Imagine if it was Jackson. Like, literally, I'd not even mentioned him once this episode, but it could be Jackson, because we have found out there was a 2-hour missing bit of the tape. Somebody has looped the video from when he was filming himself on the night of the full moon, and we do not know what it is. So he has actually got powers. What powers, we don't know. Is it him? Is it Lydia? Again, it's really exciting. Like I said, there's lots of questions that could be answered. There's a guy who come to the lacrosse team. He took somebody out. You know, his eyes are glowing the whole time. Maybe the guy who takes pictures took a picture of him. He's taking pictures of Allison all the time, but not actually of anything else, which is a bit strange. But again, it's really interesting because we have been shown that when Scott gets a picture taken, his eyes glow. We've done it in the kissing booth thing, or whatever you'd want to call it, when him and Allison got their pictures taken. Only the one when he had his eyes shut was the one that actually come out clear. So maybe this guy taking pictures on the field, he's going to get this guy playing lacrosse. It's just going to be glowing all over the place. Scott did score the winning shot, it looks like, but again, he did get injured and people seen it, and then he fixed himself, and that is why the principal / granddad now knows that he is a supernatural. So again, really exciting episode. I enjoyed it. Is it Lydia? Is it Jackson? It's definitely got to be one of them. I can't wait to find out. Hopefully guys are excited. If you do like today's episode, please smash like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.